Welcome to CathyDSlaught's SRC4u Zoom call for November 17th, 2021. We're here on Cathy's website, CathyDSlaght.com. We're going to scroll down the website and we're going to look for this Zoom banner right here. If you would like to be part of Cathy's SRC4u Daily Energy Clearing Group, all the information is right here to register. We're here at the Zoom banner. I'm going to click where it says click here. This will take us over to the Zoom platform. We're here on the Zoom platform. Before I click this button here, the call will be live, so monitor your speakers accordingly.
We are still running, by the way, from yesterday as well. I pulled up a fresh scan for today. I don't know why we've been running extra long, but we have. I want to share some things before we get started. Here, someone sent this in. Here's a little personality quiz if you want to find out which of these 5 elements you resonate most with. Some of you may have done that already. I want it to be metal, but I'm earth. But it was kind of fun. You have to give them your email. But it's very interesting to get, especially once we know the significance of these 5 elements. And then for some reason, the work I got up and do every morning, it just flew. So I got a lot of our charges done already. You can see where we went. And then we also, our choice in here was the issue solver. So I did go ahead and start loading some of this stuff up in the issue solver. That, for example, right here, the hypothalamus seemed to be showing some stress, etc. This right here. Again, all etheric, all from the field. It can be extremely proactive. A lot of glandular stress, which you'll see. I just wanted to show you those things. And let's get in here now. Well, we've already scanned. Isn't that interesting? All right. So here's where we are. Is that charge help things along? Now, we've been asking quite a bit also for the governing vessel. All right, you just go down. If you start doing this, just go down and check. It doesn't take that long. And see what charges might even implement further stress reduction. It's interesting. Now, we're okay there today. Yesterday, we wanted a charge on that, but we're just kind of balancing. The Wonder Click is doing it. Crown chakra, immune. And you know, we can put a little frankincense on the crown to work with the crown chakra. And also, someone was saying we can put frankincense on the tip of the tongue. See, so that's a priority. Let's go in here. And some of these, let's just see if I can. All right, let's just do immune right block. And one of the main values of checking how many minutes you long is just gauging the amount of stress. Like, look at the stress related to the hypothalamus. That's our thermostat.
You didn't add that.
What's that?
I said you didn't add that to us. I know.
I didn't add that? What do you mean?
Right.
We're checking to see how many minutes for this immune right block.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just want to get some information here. So we really can take a little bit more on that, and let's just go in here and put immune. Always priority for Qi, because that's what we're doing, is raising our own voltage. And that's at 1-2. We'll have to wait since we're going here, but we can go into the issue solver, put pancreas.
You added that, right?
Well, I will be. Yeah, we'll be doing that charge. Let me see if I have some notes. I have some. Let me just do it here.
While you're doing that, they said the beaver, it was because of the beaver hunting season, which used to be the peak time of the year, plus beavers start retiring to the lodges for the winter around that time too. That's how I got it.
Oh, wow. Okay, thank you. What can we manifest with it? Is there any special manifestation?
I'll have to look.
What do you mean by that?
Well, they say with the moon energy, sometimes you have a little extra energy to do some affirmations or, whatever.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I have never followed that as much, but it's interesting, especially with our talking about we talk about codes and the Moses code and all these other things. Now, here's some of our stressors: sublimation, which means like being a workaholic, focusing on something else which is not the true issue. For example, I had someone yesterday in horrendous pain, and what it really appeared is that they hated their job. And I didn't know this person. It was a brand new client. I didn't want to offend them. But here's our words to ponder. I wouldn't touch the metric system with a 3.048 millimeter pulse. I don't know where that's coming from. But anyway, we got to his words to ponder, and it was about the butcher getting behind in his work and ending up with his behind in the meat grinder, something like that. So I had to ask him, was he really that happy with his work? And he said, actually, no. And could that set a cycle for all that pain? Maybe.
Okay, I found out the meaning.
Yay, okay.
Because of the upcoming full moon, also known as the beaver moon, is a lunar eclipse. So it's ushering all sorts of emotional changes. Understanding the spiritual meaning of the beaver moon can help keep our eyes open on the prize as we approach the darker season ahead and brace ourselves for the eclipse shakeups.
Wow, okay, thank you.
I guess work on our emotions.
Sounds good to me. Okay, so we've got some, let's just look stress related to environmental. I've got some thought addiction. And again, what I'm reading is there is no original thought. The thoughts surround us. The thoughts that come into our own brain are not, our mind or whatever you want to call it, are not always true. And they come from different sources. We talked about some of the sources. One of the things I want to work on down the road is cellular memory and also planetary, like this moon stuff. Do we get some thoughts from that? It's a thought. It's worth looking into. Let's look at stress related to environmental. And again, may not be a negative if it teaches us something, but let's go ahead and look in here and see. Let's just go ahead and go into the pathogen panel. See if there's what's going on with that. And quite a long scan here. 12 hours. Come on. Well, this is, oh, I can't really, can I move? Well, oh, there we go. All right. So anyway, moving on down, let's finish that real quickly. Let's go into the pancreas. Well, it's interesting. I'm surprised I don't have a pancreas right block. We may want to get in, but we have a pancreas charge of affirmation. God is my guide. I have faith and confidence in my future. So that's interesting that that relates to pancreas stress. So 1 minute. Vexed. That's a little bit better than hate.
Ron, your flying saucer landed.
What's going on? I'm lost.
That's your microphone.
We're going through what our group is requesting for the emotions right now, and just testing the negativity and then putting them in the Gong run. For example, here's obstruction. Does a clean house indicate that there is a broken computer in it? That's probably for me. Melancholy. Resigned, broken, tender. And the resistance factor is energetic, so I'll come back and douse a few of those others in. But a couple other things to think about. I was talking with someone who said we are going through what's known as the photon belt, and according to what she said, it'd be interesting reading. This is going to continue to 2027, and whatever your basic nature is, if you're a positive person, you're going to get more positive. If you're a negative person, you're going to get more negative. If you have any mental health issues, bipolar, any of these things, they may become even more pronounced. So I got to thinking about it, and I thought we all have this technology, and how many can we reach out and work with? And because it's powerful software, and I just put a few little questions here you can ask yourself. Do you really believe this is working? Do you believe in your power to work with it? And do you believe when you work with people that they have the ability to heal and grow? And you might want to test yourself for some of those things, because I know all of you in here are working to help other people. And if you're not getting results, you might want to double check some of this and amp it up, and even do some meditating on it. And then what I want to do is get into some of the core. If we're talking energy, and we said the Chinese, which is the basis of what we're doing, although the SRC is combining the Eastern and Western, but the traditional Chinese medicine combines the unseen world. And so I was reading, and I looked about our different subtle bodies. We've got physical, etheric, astral, and several levels of mind, which they're, what I'm reading, they actually count as subtle bodies. And it's interesting to scan yourself and see where you are with this at this moment in time. Here is our scan. And so we actually come in with a top priority for physical. Etheric, we're not asking for any, because that's what we're working with, the etheric. Spiritual level of mind down the road, but also the divine. So I thought, let's just start, since a priority is physical, even though it's 0.1% of our reality. Let's look at the cells, and I'll just send this information out. You see, we've got a healthy cell operates at about 70 millivolts, and it really is, the whole deal is our voltage. So when you say it's all voltage, it really is all voltage. And the higher your voltage, the more optimal your health, your mental state of mind, your manifesting, etc. And that's what we're doing when we clear this stress, is the voltage is going up. Now, I think you already have this code. My little computer. There we go. Let's see at this moment in time where we are with this as a group. Okay, looking pretty good to me. And we have it in the dispenser, this code's image. Let's see if it's a priority for us. Doesn't look like it would be. Let's see. Priority for Qi. Be a dispenser. Because a lot of our voltage, I mean, it's many things, but perhaps primarily our diet. Oh no, we're good. We're good. We got a very high reading with that. And then we have some cocktails on the cells, which may interest you. But then we also have a new cocktail I put together last night. But look at these here. You've got a command couple energy from cell to cell. This Malcolm Ray stuff is amazing, and that's in there. The Delwar also, these are both radionics. A mitochondria cocktail, and then this new one I'm going to call cellular health, and I'm going to give you the codes. You can do with it as you want, but it's got quite a bit of information in it. And let's just see. Let's see. I need to, if I can do it, open a new scan now. Any suggestions here? I may not be able to get to a new. Well, I guess here's what we're going to do. We'll add the cocktail tomorrow, so I can show you how to do that. Or Kevin will have it later today. Oops. Let's just look at where we are right now with this. And if you don't feel like making an Excel spreadsheet, just pull up a blank Word document and just scan it, and then you'll get an idea of what's in here. You can take out what you want to take out, add what you want to add. You can see we are really looking strong today. Here's the first one under 1,000 related to ATP. You see where we are with that. And that's related to the mitochondria. I'm a little stressed right now, but it's going to go all the way up to the 102. Block all unseen negative influences.
These are all from Grandpa Boy, right?
They are. You know, I like the Lloyd Mirror codes also. The reason I don't use them as much is I felt that they were more for specific situations. So someone would call him, would say a heart issue, he would douse, that might be more for their specific issues. And so I got to where I felt the Grab-A-Void for what I was doing was better.
His name is Lloyd what?
Mirror, M-E-A-R.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I have some things in here. If you want to take them out, take them out.
No, I haven't read anything on him in a long time.
He's amazing. Yeah, I hope he's still with us. But he was a dowser for gold. And driving somewhere, he had a major heart attack. It was amazing that he even made it through.
Yeah.
And for 5 days, apparently.
He's still alive, but he is retired now.
Is he? Okay, wonderful.
He lives where?
He's retired.
Oh,
but he's got a phone number. You can look him up. Does he not work anymore, Mary?
No, he doesn't do one-on-ones anymore.
Okay, all right.
Christina Doneo took over.
Oh, okay.
So she's on Facebook.
I know who you mean.
Numbers.
Yes, good. So, but yeah, when he came to after a 5-day coma, he said, "Oh my gosh, it's all numbers. It's all numbers," and began to douse for the numbers instead of gold.
So does he still have the program or not?
It's now, as Mary was saying, I remember her. What's her name again, Mary?
It's Christina Doneo or something like that. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. She's on Facebook. She does a lot on Facebook. And she still contacts him. If you ask her, she is in close contact with him.
Exactly. Yeah, when she met him, apparently he just had little pieces of paper all over his place with codes on it. So she's the one that put the book. He's got a book with all the codes that you can get and all kinds of interesting. Now, you see, cellular respiration was a little bit of stress. Then we're just dousing it in. Heal traumatic cellular implants. And that's at a 0, so we might want to look more into that down the road. I like what, I think we've said this before, what Raymond Gray says about implants. He says, I don't know if there is such a thing, but I know when I clear them, people get a lot better. So we'll look at that. This mitochondrial health, let me show you, see if it's a priority. But anyway, what we're going to do, we're talking about energy. And when you look at the cells, they're mostly blank space. And yet they're little factories. What they're doing is beyond imagination. And it probably, with this kind of work, we have more of an impact with that kind of energy.
Love it.
Let's see if we want that cocktail. Variety for chi, mitochondrial. Yeah, we'll take it. Neutralize the, this is only capitalized, just by accident. It's not any more major than other things probably, but neutralize the negative effects of Hertz and geopathic stress. That one you might want to look in here. Might want to put that in the dispenser. Do auto. This was the other thing from yesterday, the person with all the pain, a lot of stress related to enzymes. Here we're saying some oils. Let's just see which oils. Patchouli, marjoram, gratitude, spikenard, release, and trauma life. 15 minutes with 24 repeats. Rearrange my atoms to create the life desired. Sounds like a good plan. A little bit of stress there. Put that as an issue and make it a positive. End genetic and soul matrix manipulation. Don't know if there is such a thing, but there's a code for it. So somebody thinks there is. A little bit of stress there. Although we're going to balance it out. That an issue solver. And just add that stuff. Okay, so you all can, play with this whatever way makes sense. You don't have to have it under 1,000 to go ahead and add it to your own work. So let's see what we got here. Harmonize body, change negative belief structures and patterns. And that's kind of what we're focused on, is these thoughts. Where do they come from? Which ones are ours? Which ones are beneficial, etc. Because our thoughts are what we're using to create our reality. And we apparently can create what we choose to create once we get a handle on that. I don't forget. I'm going to have the wonder click. We're taking 4 minutes with 6 repeats, which is a fairly lengthy time for this Pro Tool. Let's do that. While we're waiting on that, we've been mediating, activate cosmic and elemental energies to align with the power of God. We're here at 8, or excuse me, 9. We went down maybe. Make sure I have that. Actually put an 8 there.
Are you doing it again?
I am doing it down to 1. So I do a little bit every day. As they say, our main mediation is with our own selves. Looks like we might have a little stress with the energy field right now. Let's see how we come out.
Cathy, may I ask a question?
Yes, absolutely.
These kinds of themes that are brought up with the Grabavoid numbers, would you say that the SRC by itself kind of includes all of those things just by its nature, or does one need to specifically enter those as Grabavoid?
I think the SRC contains much of it. Yeah, I absolutely do. And I just get excited about all the additional things we can do, but I'm not sure it's always necessary.
Yeah. And that particular Grabavoid list, is that one that you took from the internet, or is that?
Yes. Okay. And that is from healingnumbers.info.
Thank you.
Yeah. And next we'll look. I'm trying to focus. Now we're doing our basics with our P4 and Pro Tools, and then see what we can do. And that's what happens the longer you work with this, is you get some ideas. And so we want to look, we got just a little bit of stress with our aura, which we'll do this and clear it. For example, we want to look at cellular memory. What's the impact of that on our thoughts? We want high cellular voltage, et cetera, et cetera. So I remember when Dr. Kersey first looked at this software, he said, this is a platform for anything you could ever want to do. And a lot of people don't realize that because it's not got any whistles and bells. But you can do much more with it than any kind of other stress management software I've seen.
I believe it.
Now let's go ahead and let's run this one more time. And usually when you ask for the aura with your Pro Tools or just whatever your habit, go ahead after and go through and clear your home, clear your vehicle. There's a lot you can do with this. Okay, now look, we're doing at 8, we're on target here. We're resonating 33 minutes. So, okay, I guess that's for today. Anything to add? Any ideas?
Well, if it's possible to just remind me how to take an image from the internet, for example, an image of supplements, and enter that into the premium and make a cocktail. That would be very helpful.
The problem I have, let's just see if I can do it. I can't get in when I'm on Zoom.
Okay, I understand.
I need to figure that out. I'll tell you what, let me do a little screencast and I'll send it out. How's that?
Okay, maybe just to answer one question.
Yes.
If I go ahead and save an image, let's say an image of some supplements, what would be the next step that I would take in order to get it to stick into the premium? I tried pasting it.
Save it as a cocktail.
And where do I do that?
Right down here. Hold on a second. Right there.
Okay, but how do I paste it?
I do a right click for an image. You have to type something in here. So say vitamin B image. You have to type that in, and then the little save as cocktail comes on, and then paste your image. Or just do a right click or a Control V, and it's in there. And then come down here and save it.
Yeah, I guess for some reason I haven't been able to make it paste.
Okay, yeah, I'll do a little screencast.
Okay.
Because it's wonderful to work with these images. It's so powerful. So I'm glad to do it.
It is easier because the name box has a load image. If you load the image into that and then
that's a good idea
paste that and put it into the options, that works, and then save that as a cocktail.
Will you walk us through that tomorrow, Mary?
I can probably do that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we know about the loading, but I didn't know how we can walk it over here, so that would be incredible.
Great.
Well, you used to be able to do it, so
okay.
I'll check today to make sure you still can.
Okay, that's good. No, thank you, Elizabeth, for the question, because that's important.
Thank you.
So I will see. Now, we do have the intention group at 11 rather, the 10-minute intention group, and then other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Hey, Cathy.
Thanks, Cathy.
Take care.
Cathy,
Yeah.
Cathy, before you sign up, you were talking about the chakras at the beginning, and you mentioned frankincense, and some people are putting them in their tongue. And I just have a question about taking some of these essential oils internally. So if someone can explain that to me.
Well, we have the guru on here, who is Susan Bird. But my understanding is the Young Living oils are all fine to take internally. Susan, are you still there?
I am, and I agree. Most of them are. I would look up frankincense. I know I do it myself. Okay. But there are several people that would disagree vehemently.
Yeah.
That you should never take them internally. So it's everybody's choice. I would do some research before.
Yes.
So you can be comfortable with it, and
I'm sorry. Do you delete it before you put them in your mouth with an oil or anything like that? Carrier oil.
Once again, that would depend on On the oil, I don't dilute frankincense, no.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was wondering about that because I read, yes, some of them you can internally, some of them you can't, and I was sort of questioning about frankincense.
One of the things that you can remember with essential oils, that your skin is the biggest entry into your body. So even if you put it in the middle of your palm, you're getting it into your body just as if you drank it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Cathy.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, Cathy.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.
This concludes Cathy's SRC4u Zoom call for November 17th, 2021. Thank you for attending. We look forward to seeing you again. Till then, take care and be well.